Unfortunately, getting hit with an overdraft fee is something that most of us experience sooner or later. And when they happen, they're often inconvenient and usually expensive. According to research we recently did at NerdWallet, among the banks and credit unions that charge overdraft fees, the average fee was $27. Thankfully, some banks have made it easier to avoid overdraft fees altogether through different coverage options. Let's talk about some of the common ways that banks provide free and flexible overdraft coverage. If your bank allows it, one of the most basic ways to avoid an overdraft fee is by setting up an overdraft protection transfer. This is where you link your savings account to your checking account. And if there isn't enough money in your checking account to cover a transaction, your bank will pull the money from your savings account into your checking account. Many banks allow this service for free, but some charge a fee, so be sure to take a look before you sign up for a new account. One of the best ways to avoid overdraft fees that we've found is by selecting a bank that has a buffer program. These banks allow their customers to overdraft up to a certain amount without being charged a fee. For some banks, this amount is on the smaller side, like $20. But some banks allow you to overdraft up to $100, $200, even $250 without being charged a fee, which can be really helpful if you need some financial breather room. Say you're between paychecks, for example. Other banks give you a grace period of a day or two before you're charged an overdraft fee. These couple of days can give you the opportunity to deposit more money into your checking account, and it will save you from being hit with an overdraft fee. And remember, there's always the option of opting out of overdraft coverage altogether at whatever bank you belong to. This means that if you try to make a transaction that would bring your account balance below zero, the bank won't let the transaction go through. This is great if you want to avoid overdraft fees, but it can put you in a tricky spot if you're trying to make an emergency purchase. For a lot of people, it's nice to have the ability to still overdraft, but without being charged a huge fee. If you're at a bank that charges high overdraft fees, there are much better options out there. Check out NerdWallet's reviews of different financial institutions to see what banks charge for overdrafts, or check out our roundups of the best checking accounts or the best banks for avoiding overdraft fees.